Hi there, this is Robin Andrews from Compacademy, and today we're going to start building a snake game using Python Turtle graphics. So let's make a start. We're going to create a new file, and straight away I'm going to save as, on my desktop, I'm going to save it as PySnake, because that's what the game's called. And let's make this full screen. Now we need to import the turtle module. And we're also going to make use of time later on, so we'll just import it now for later use. Now we're going to have a couple of constants. So we're going to have step size, and that's going to be equal to 20. And we're also going to have delay. That's going to be equal to 1. Now, if you're not familiar with constants, they're very, very useful. It means rather than having these values scattered throughout our program, like 20 and 1, whenever we want to refer to them, we can refer to them by a meaningful name and also just change them in one place if you want to update them. Notice that we use capital letters for constants. I'm actually at this point going to turn on line numbers because I've just remembered how helpful that is. So we'll show line numbers. So if I want to call out particular bits of code, I can refer to actual line numbers. You can only do this with Python 3.8 and above, but I'm very glad they've introduced it. So we're now going to do the screen. So a little comment to that effect, set up screen. And we're going to create a variable that refers to the screen. So screen equals turtle. Turtle dot. Notice the capital letter there. So screen is lowercase, that's my variable. But when we create it, we have uppercase. Now let's have screen title. Screen dot title. It's going to be snake game. And then let's have a color. Screen dot bg color. Set green. You can have any color you like. And then we're going to do the dimension. So that's actually screen dot setup. And let's do 500 by 500. Now I think we'll leave that there for now. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to do turtle dot done. So turtle dot done enables us to exit from the turtle window when we're finished. Now in idle, actually, I don't think technically you need it, but if you're doing this in any other environment, then you will need that. Otherwise your program will crash when you try and exit. So it's always a good idea to put in turtle.done at the end of any Python turtle program. So if we run that, let's see what happens. We get a blank screen with a black background, 500 by 500, and we get a title. So this is good progress. Let's go back to our code. In fact, I didn't close that, did I? Let's close that up. Here we are. So next we're going to do the snake's head. So we're going to do snake head. And yeah, turtle.turtle head equals turtle.turtle. Notice the capital T when we're creating an instance of a turtle. So this gives us a turtle that we can work with. I'm going to set its speed to the fastest possible speed. I don't mean spin, I mean speed. I also want the shape, head.shape. And this is one of the built-in shapes with Python Turtle, which is square. And the color, color black. Okay, so hopefully you can see how these work. You have a dot and then the property you want to change. Now I'm going to do pen up, head.pen up, because if you don't do pen up and you move a turtle, then you get like a trace of the path that it's been. So we don't want that. We want to move it without leaving a mark. But we're going to do goto now. So head.goto. So we're going to move the turtle 100, 100. And I think that should work now. Let's run that. Okay, so you can see we've created a window, we've created a turtle, we've moved the turtle. Okay, so everything seems to be working okay. I'm now going to set the snake direction This is a new variable. I'm going to set it to up. Now this basically represents the state of the snake. So if you don't know much about states, they're very, very useful in games. You know, what's the state of the current game or the current object that we're talking about. So the current state is up, and based on that state, we're going to have different behavior. Okay, so let's now animate the thing. So we're going to do while true. A space before that. So this means indefinitely. Keep going. We're going to do screen.update. Okay. And actually, in a minute, there's something I need to add, which I'll do now, actually. So when we did screen.setup, I actually want to disable animation so that we can manually control the updating. So line 25, we're going to be manually updating. So let's disable the automatic updating by doing screen.tracer 0. Okay, that's a very useful command if you want to disable animation and take control of it yourself. So we're doing screen.update and then move snake, which we haven't defined yet, but we'll do that in a minute. Move. And then we're going to delay. So this is how we control the speed. So we do time.sleep. And we'll sleep for the length of the constant that we defined. Okay, so hopefully you can see how useful that is. It means we can change the speed up here and not worry about what's happening further down in the program. Now we haven't got the function that we need, so let's quickly put that in. So def move snake. Just now, it's a snake. That's what I mean. And we're just going to do the upward direction. Don't know what happened there. We're going to do if snake direction is up, so double equals. Then what we're going to do, we're going to do head dot set y. That means set the y coordinate of the head to head dot y core. So that's the existing y coordinate, which is a function that's used to get that. So that's why you have the parentheses, plus the step size that we defined above. So that's step size. Okay. Now I think that should work at this stage. Let's save it and run it in C. And it doesn't. Why is that then? Oh, it does. Yeah, it's just set on a very slow, slow animation. So let's change that delay to something a bit more speedy, like 0.2, and then run it again. Okay, so you can see we've got a snake head that moves, and you can play around with some of the values to get it moving in the way you want. You can have a smaller step size, and maybe again a smaller speed, lower speed. Okay, now I think that's probably it for this video, but I think it's probably fairly obvious how to extend that and to add the other directions at least. We haven't got any user interaction yet, so you can't control it, but if you manually define the direction by updating snake direction, then just copy this pattern basically. So if it's down, then you're going to be decreasing the y coordinate, and obviously if it's left and right, you're going to be increasing and decreasing the x coordinate. So there should be set x and x core. So I will go over that in the next video, but you know, that's an exercise for you to kind of get stuck in and get used to how this is working. Okay, so there's a skeleton of a snake game. Like I say, you can start fleshing it out yourself. In the next video, we'll do that for you, and we'll carry on building the rest of the functionality. Okay, so I hope that was interesting. I'll see you in the next video.